This video is about slope of a line. And what slope of a line is the rise to the run. It's the ratio of how much a line increases or decreases to the amount of horizontal distance the line travels. And what that really means is how steep the line is. It's its steepness. So the larger the number, the steeper the line. And the way to calculate this is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I'll get to what that means in a little bit. Alright, so let's first just go over what these four different lines look like. These are the four different types we have. So the first one is this, and let's go over to our little picture here. And that's what the first one looks like. It's this side of a mountain. So if you think of yourself standing at the front side of the mountain, and you've got to travel in that direction, because that's how our x increases, is that way, then he would be walking, or you would be walking up the mountain. That's a positive slope. So any line that looks like this will have to be positive. And then if you look at the other line, the next one, it's this side of the mountain, right here. So if you put yourself here, you would now be walking down the mountain. That's a negative slope. So any line that looks like this is going down, so it's negative. Any line looking here goes up. So it's always that last arrow to the right that you want to focus on. And if it's down, it's a negative. If it's up, it's a positive. So what about this one? Well, that would be the top of the mountain, right here. So if this little person is walking up there, he's going that way. His height is not increasing or decreasing. That's a slope of 0. So right here, it's nice flat. No increase, no decrease. That's 0. And this last one is just weird. It's increasing and decreasing, so we call it undefined. That's it. Alright, so let's take a look at this applet here, and you can kind of see how the slope is being affected. So right here is our slope, and that would be 0. See, it's nice and flat, no increase. That's all this is measuring, is how it is. So as I increase the line, you notice the number goes up. It's going up more and more and more. So that's a slope of 1. And then watch how fast it goes. That it starts to really climb. Now we're at 30, 20, 36. Undefined. Straight up and down. But see, as you come down, it's just like normal numbers. So you're counting down. That's 1, 0. And so that would have to be negative 1. It's just our number system. It's all the way down to 0, so it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and then now it's negative 1, and so on. So that would be also the negative, most positive. It's undefined. So that's all slope is. It's how steep a line is, and as you can see, this is the rise and this is the run, and it's that ratio. So when we get to 1, if I can kind of lock it at 1, you know, so they're the same, and that's the whole point. It's the ratio of the two. So that one divided by that one would be 1. Okay? You can just see the ratio go. Alright, so that's all these lines do. They just tell you how steep a line is. Okay, so to calculate it, you have to find the ratio of the rise to the run, and that's what this is. So if you notice, it's the difference in the y's and the difference in the x's. It's how much do we have of an increase in y over how much of an increase in x, or decrease. So you can do it 2 different ways. The first way is to graph it. So let's try that one. We have 4 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. And you put a dot. The other one is negative 3, 0. So we go to negative 3, 0. And then we create a line. I gotta kind of force it to work for me. Okay, good enough. Alright, to make the line steep, the steepness, we have to find out how much does the line rise to run. So you got to make a path of a vertical and a horizontal distance. And it doesn't matter which one you use, you just have to make a horizontal and a vertical. So you don't need the bottom one, just the top. So how much are we going up? That's an increase of 2. So that means we have a rise of 2. And the running is 1, 2, 3. So you have to always make sure it's a full distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that means we have a run of 7. That's our slope. So our slope is 2/7. It's not 1 yet. It's a very low slope. Okay? You can also use the formula. So to find the slope, it's the difference in the y's over the difference in the x's. So this is our first point, x1, y1. This is our second point, x2, y2. And it doesn't matter which one you choose as the first or the second. Just pick one and label it. So it's y2 minus y1. So it's 0 minus 2 over negative 3 minus 4. And then calculating it, we get negative 2 over negative 7. And then simplifying, we get 2 to 7 slope. Same thing. So you can do it by counting, or you can use the formula. If you don't want to graph it, use the formula. Alright, so here are two lines. I want to see if you can calculate the slope. Tell me how steep these lines are. Now remember, you just need to know from any 2 points. Like if I go back here and I found 2 more points, this is always going to have a slope of 2 to 7. So if you modified it to make another equivalent fraction, 4 to 14, if I count from that point and I go up 4 over 14, you notice I hit the line again. Any 2 points will calculate the slope. So just find any 2 points on the line. I'll get you started on the first one. That's a nice solid point. And that's a nice solid point. So that'll allow you to find the slope. So hit pause and give it a shot. So you should have gotten 3. Anywhere you calculated, this one's also nice right there. And you can see it's an up 3 over 1 or an up 3 over 1. Or you can just take those 2 points. So the 0 comma 4 and the negative 2 comma negative 2. And just plug them in the slope formula. It'll also give you 3. Alright, try B. Hit pause now. So there you go. You get negative 2, however you look at it. But remember, this is a negative slope, so even if you didn't put negative here, you should have at least written the answer as a negative, because that's what the slope is. It's a negative 2. Alright, so since slope has so many different uses, I couldn't end this video with just this. I have to give you some sort of life application. So someday you're going to have to own a home. At least you hope you will, right? So when you do, there's going to be at some point you have to calculate the slope. Either if it's a roof in the back that needs to be permitted, it doesn't have the proper amount of slope, or if you're in certain areas where you have a lot of runoff, you have to calculate whether the grade of the ground is high enough. So here's a little quick video of how to do that.
There is a simple way to determine this using a few common items and some easy math calculations. You will need a 50-inch board, a carpenter's level, and a tape measure. Place the board flat on the ground at a good representative location with the length going up and down the slope being measured. Set the level on the 50-inch board and lift the lower end of the board up until it is horizontal. Now measure the plumb line distance in inches from the raised end of the level board to the ground.
So as you can see, that's what you're measuring. The board itself is the horizontal distance, and the height from the ground is the vertical.
To determine the slope, divide this number by 50, the length of the board, then multiply by 100 to express this value as a percentage. To ensure the most accurate measurement of slope over the whole area, slope, divide now measure the plumb line distance in inches.
You can see our rise and our run. So there it is. Thank you.